We've got some huge news that you're not going to want to miss. We're finally moving back to the UK after 12 years in yachting, and we're going to start a business.
It's about time to tell you all about it.
We are going to be turning this trailer into our very own food truck business. So subscribe and follow along if you want to follow our journey while we build our very own company, Spice Bag Co. And if you don't know what a spice bag is, you soon will. I'm Georgie, and I was a chef on super yachts for 12 years, and my husband Andy was a captain. We're going to be documenting the renovation of our trailer, behind the scenes, spice bag recipe building, and what it takes to build a food truck brand, the highs and the lows. So hit that subscribe button if you want to follow along on the Spice Bag Co journey. And today we are stripping the vinyl off the van, and it's going to take a while. When it comes to stripping the vinyl off, we are using a heat gun, which is making the job a lot easier, although still pretty hard. You can get a heat gun from any hardware store or off Amazon. We got ours from Screwfix and it was about £20. As far as technique goes, we found that the best way was to hold the gun about 10 centimetres away from the vinyl and pull as hard as possible. I go on the gun. We estimated that taking the vinyl off would take about a day and a half max. But actually, it took us 3 days.
Day 2 is stripping this thing and it's absolutely bolting.
So top tip, if there's 2 of you, buy 2 heat guns. We only had 1. Could have been done in half the time. Now we've stripped the vinyl, it's now time to fix the bits that we broke along the way. Andy's using some really strong glue to stick this panel back. We now needed to find something heavy to hold it down. The best thing about being on my dad's farm, there's loads of things to weight it down, like this big pole. We left the pole on here overnight so the glue could set. Now to take all the old cracked sealant out. Before we add the new sealant, we need to tape up either side of all the gaps. You can do this with wide masking tape, or in our case, the blue tape that we took from the last boat we worked on. Now to add the silicone, the satisfying bit. You need a really steady hand for this part. All you need to do is run the sealant along the cracks, and after you've done that, you can run your finger along the sealant to smooth it out. You don't want the sealant to dry too quickly, so only do a couple of sections at a time. Now it's time to carefully pull the blue tape off. I would wait a couple of hours before you touch the sealant and trim any excess off. That's so satisfying to watch, but sadly I didn't manage to make to the end without ripping the tape. I honestly thought after taking the vinyl off we'd just be able to paint straight away. But no, there's a hell of a lot of prep to do. All in all, it's taken us about 4 days to prep the trailer for painting. Now we just have to wait for a good weather window. The last step of the process is sanding. We need to sand so that the paint can grip to something. We used 120 grit for this. Outside prep done, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more. We are aiming to start trading in April in Bristol. Let us know if you have any questions in the comments.